I now invite Mr. Asa Leveaux. He's the America's leading clarity coach, and he will be speaking to us on the topic, Sell Like a Genius.
All right. So, everyone, please know that at one point in time, I was a business owner that totally did not have the money to pay for my son's food. I will say that again. I was a business owner that could not pay for my son to eat. How did I get to that state? I got to that state by thinking that I knew everything about business because I called myself a business owner, and I still was suffering. I still was not able to meet payroll. I still was not able to pay bills on time. I still was acting like I had it all together. I still was passing out business cards like everything was fine. But in actuality, nothing was going right. Absolutely nothing was going right. What that day looked like for me was waking up. My then 6-year-old son, I called him my S-O-N and my S-U-N, his name was Adonis. Waking up, getting ready for school, and I could not pack my son a lunch. I literally did not have any food anywhere coming in at all. I had to send my son to school with absolutely no food. Why would someone who actually prayed for a child allow their seed to enter the world without no food? That's ridiculous. But I allowed that to happen. I allowed it to happen repeatedly and just putting cologne on the situation, cologne on the problem. What was the problem? The problem was I had no idea how to sell anything. I didn't. I thought sales was a bad word. I thought sales was synonymous with sleazy. I felt if you offered me something or I offered you something, then that meant I was trying to my best to take advantage of you. That's exactly what I thought sales was. However, how did I get past not being able to provide food for my child? Sales was, in fact, the solution. If you think you can operate your business into profitability, you're wrong. If you think you can out-market your business, you're wrong. Because at the end of the day, if they come to you and you still do not understand how to sell a single thing, your business will die. Business owners and entrepreneurs sell things. If you are not comfortable with sales, your business will die. I say that again for those of you in the back. If you do not feel comfortable with selling things, your business will die. I'll say it a third time because sometimes you think this is for somebody who just looks like you, acts like you, smells like you. No, it's really for you. If you do not understand that sales is the thing to support your business will die. So, who am I? Who is this 5'0" guy talking to you about sales? My name is Asa Leveaux. Can everyone say A? A, can you say that? A. Can you say sir? So my name is Asa. I know it says A-S-A. It's a different lot of ways to say that. My name is Asa Leveaux. I come to you from the United States in a state you may not know anything about, Oklahoma. So I grew up in Oklahoma in the 90s. I definitely understand what it's like to fear walking streets, because that was a different time in my nation's history. Also, I grew up in the military, 17 years in the military as a logistical officer, being deployed various places. Also, being an entrepreneur since I was 22. I am currently 35 years old, and so I've been an entrepreneur for quite some time. I'm an Amazon best-selling author. What does that mean? It means somebody or some group of people bought enough of your books multiple times for you to get a sticker. So that's exactly what that means. I know how to sell books. I know how to sell products. I know how to sell clothes. It does not matter what the item is. I understand how to sell it. However, my life has not always looked as like I was an Amazon bestseller. It has not always looked like I was a Bronze Star recipient. It has not looked like I have a great relationship with my son. It was very difficult at times. There were times that I remember having to hide out because I could not pay any bills in my business. I could not pay a thing. I was hurting. I was literally choking on my existence. The thing that I created, it was too much for me, and it sucked. It really, really did, and it felt horrible, and I was ashamed of it, and I was totally embarrassed by it. So now, what do? Who am I for? I help aspiring entrepreneurs create their first $10,000. So I understand that we're totally here at this beautiful Bahrain franchise and Dine Expo. And there's a level that you get to before you get to make those power moves in the side of the expo center when you're making power conversations over lunch, over dinner. Sometimes you're not at that level yet. I'm the person you contact to get you to the level. Because guess what? You want your 6 figures, you want $1 million of this, and you haven't sold $100 of anything yet. You have absolutely no idea how to sell anything. That's where I come in, and that's what I do for a living, repeatedly, daily, helping people make sure that they reach that first $10,000. Now, I'm here to talk to you about the 3 keys to selling like a genius. What is that about selling like a genius? The company that I founded is called Genius Academy. I understood that what I wanted most for myself was I wanted to be a wealthy business genius. I just didn't want money. I wanted to be smart with the money. That's why I affirmed myself and said I want to be a wealthy business genius. And then it dawned on me, after helping so many people on free, pro bono, saying, Asa, how do you do this? Asa, how did you start a company when you were 22? Asa, how did you have a retail store in a mall? Asa, how did you have a daycare center and the retail at the exact same time with over 100 children? How in the world did you do that? So I eventually learned how to monetize what I do, because people pay you for what you know, not what you do. I'll say that again. People will pay you for what you know rather than what you do. So Genius Academy began. So selling like a genius, there are 3 keys to it. I will already tell you the 3 keys, then I will break those keys down. The very first one is clarity. The second one that we will go over is conversion. The third one that we will go over is consistency. Now let's talk about clarity. Clarity is understanding who it is you serve and why. So for this, I'm going to ask you all to go through an exercise with me to understand. The reason why I'm asking you to do this is because I want to diffuse the idea that business has to be difficult. Business does not have to be difficult. People make business difficult. There's actually some very ground, foundational level things that you can do to actually get what you need. And that main thing is getting clarity. So if you would like to actually go through the exercise, it won't take long, but you can. If you like to close your eyes, you can, because it will make it more real to you. Imagine being in a cafe. In this cafe, there are hundreds of people. Why? Because in this particular cafe, they sell every drink known to man. It doesn't matter where you come from or where you've been, they have it. They literally have this one drink. When you walk in, you see everyone's having this drink. Now you have 3 people at the cash register. 3 people. You have 2 people that are totally enthralled and enamored that they get the ability to purchase a drink at your store. There's a 3rd person who's having a bad day. This 3rd person is your customer. I need for you to tell yourself, who do you see? I have yet to say anything about this person. First question, do you see a man or a woman? If you are writing things down, I will let you write that down. Do you see a man or a woman? Second thing, how old is this man or woman? I didn't say what age demographic. I didn't say were they 19 to 27. I said, how old is this man or woman? Are they married or single? Next question, are they college educated or not? Next question, are they employed or not? Next question, how much money do they bring home every single year? And I'm going to stop there. I could go on, but for the sake of time, I want to stop there. Why did I ask you those questions? Because when you are in business and you are getting clear about who you are selling to, it's important to understand your brand persona, or also common-wise known as your customer avatar. Who is the one person that is needing you to show up for them? So if you tell me that you sell T-shirts, if you tell me that you are selling burgers, and I say, who is your customer? And your response to me is, everyone. I'm going to say, I need you to go back to the drawing board because you are confused. I say that again. You are confused. Why is that? Because if you are selling to everyone, you are selling to no one. What that means is, I happen to be a 35-year-old African-American man from Oklahoma who happens to be a veteran that has a 12-year-old child. My demographic is going to be vaguely different from a 14-year-old Caucasian Canadian girl. If you're saying you're going to market to this 14-year-old Caucasian girl in the same way a 35-year-old African-American man, you're not reaching us. You're not speaking the same language to us. That's what I mean by if you're selling to everyone, you're selling to no one. This was definitely important to me, understanding my own business, because when I first started, I said, oh, I'm from every entrepreneur. Every single entrepreneur can utilize what I do for them. And guess what? That was a stone cold lie. That was not real, because I didn't want to work with everybody. I did not want to work with anyone that was trying to get angel funding. I didn't want to work with anyone that wasn't committed to doing work. So that's why you have to be totally clear in who you serve and why. So we talked about clarity. The next thing is conversion. Some of us are very, very apprehensive to actually asking for the sale. Why? Because we actually think we have a pathology that says sales is sleazy. So asking for the sale will actually make sure that you get sales. If you go to Starbucks and you sit there, somebody's going to ask you, may I help you? If no one ever asks, then that person will sure to walk out. It's as simple as that. That's all conversion is. You are saying, I have this thing to offer, and I am giving you the space and the place to choose. That's all sales is. Anything other than that, you're adding too much judgment into it. You're adding too much whatever your story is about sales, and it's not serving you or your bank account or your bottom line at all. Next thing, because I want to make sure that I get out of here on time. I want to be respectful of the time you've already spent. The third thing is consistency. You must be consistent in the sales that you have. What does that mean? If you're saying that the milkshake is $2.99, the milkshake needs to be $2.99 every single day unless there is a promotion going on. Yes, I have helped entrepreneurs, helped business owners that actually don't have any level of consistency. They will actually take their advice of a family member or a bad comment review or a bad Yelp review and change their entire pricing almost monthly. If you're going to say something is one particular price, it has to be that one particular price. So I've actually done the 3 keys to selling like a genius that I promised. However, there's one thing that a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners do not know, and that's usually dealing with higher level arrangements, higher level business. So for instance, if you are a franchise owner of a restaurant, your issue really isn't talking to the customers one-on-one. Yours is a overall marketing. What are you doing overall on marketing on a very large scale? However, if you are doing your best to enter a new market, say for instance, you're here in Bahrain and you're wanting to enter London, who do you talk to? Who in the world do you get through? So a lot of times that's called getting past the gatekeepers. And I find that a lot of times talking to entrepreneurs and business owners, that's a real big headache. How do I get through the gatekeeper if I want to make the larger sale that actually matters and that actually counts? And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. The way to do that is called the referral method. The referral method actually allows you to get inside of the company in which you're trying to get into effortlessly, usually within one day. This is how it goes. I need a volunteer for this. Will one person come up? Thank you. So, all right, so what's your name, sir? What's your name?
Mustafa.
Mustafa? All right, so this is Mustafa. Mustafa, yeah, come on up. All right, so Mustafa works at X, Y, and Z company. My name is Asa. I want to get to his boss, all right? So I need another male. Can I have another male? Come on up. Because this is usually what it looks like. All we know is that we need to, let's say we need to sell 5,000 of our thing to one company, and that could make our year. Like, that could be everything for us, but we have no idea how to get to him. All we know is that when we Googled the website, this person came up. They said this was the director of purchasing. However, please understand, a title is not synonymous with power. I say that again. A title is not synonymous with power. So just because I called the director of purchasing, you have no idea that the director of operations is the person that says yes. That's what I mean. All right. So I'm gonna actually call you, and I'm gonna role play this out so you see it in real time. All right. So this is exactly what I do to get people that some people say I could never get a hold of, and I get a hold of them very easily. All right. So this is a whole phone conversation. Ring, ring, ring. Okay, so these subtext. All right, this is XYZ company, director of sales, director of operations. That's all you need to know, all right? All right. Ring, 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 ring. You answer.
Yes.
All right. So my name, hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine.
Great. I was wondering if you could help me because I'm a little bit lost.
Sure about what?
Okay, he said, sure. About what? I am looking for the person that's responsible for purchasing pencils. Who would that be?
This company
Is it you?
is for the sales, right?
No. For this exercise, it's him.
Yes, it's him.
Right. All right. So Mustafa says it's him. All right. What is his number?
One,
Okay. It's 123 number. Mustafa, thank you so much. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello,
Hello. My name is Asa. May I speak to, what did you call him?
Zaki.
Haseki?
Zaki.
Zeki? May I speak to Zeki?
speaking. Please go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Asa, and I was wanting to know, could you help me because I'm a little bit lost. Do you have time?
Yes, of course. Please go ahead.
So I am looking for the person that's responsible for purchasing pens, and I was referred by Mustafa to talk to you. Are you that person?
Great. Yes, you have reached.
Great. Pause. That's exactly how it goes. Now, if I would have said this, which usually entrepreneurs and business owners do, it probably would have went different. If I would have said, ring, ring, ring. Hello? Hi, my name is Asa. I'm the CEO of Pens International, and we have a great track record of letting you know about what pens are available. We have a great track record of our last 3 requisitions. Please let me know if I can definitely have pens available for you at the first month of the new year. Are you interested? Would you say yes?
Yes.
You say yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will like transfer
Okay. So, how much corporate experience do you have? Okay. He said he has 1 year of experience. I myself have 17. I have 17 years of corporate experience that I've had. I know that if you call me and you ask me all of those things, I'm going to say, I'll think about it or I'm going to hang up on you because I don't know you. However, if you tell me that this person that I know that's in my company told you to call me, I am now going to accept your phone call. I didn't lie. I didn't misuse anybody. I didn't say anything that was malicious. All I said was, I'm looking for the person responsible for this. Who is it? And then they gave me the name. I said, hello, name. So-and-so told me to contact you. Are you that person? I'm verifying the information that I have. And then I get through to them. So that is the ability to use the referral method when you're working on sales. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. All right. So I gave you all that information about sales. We have a little bit of time, like 3 minutes. I was told that I could do this. If you have a particular sales question, I am able to answer it. I am not afraid of your sales question. However big or small you think it is, I am ready for it at any time you're ready, if there are any. I'm just wanting to create time I wanted to make sure this was beneficial for you. So if you have something, please say it at this time. It could be about you or somebody who looks like you, sounds like you, walks like you, talks like you. What was your question? Right. Mm-hmm. So her question was, do I see, in a nutshell, niche marketing being successful in the restaurant field? I personally do. Why? Because I'm from the United States. In the United States, we have actual fused cultures that come together that create dishes. We talked about earlier, well, one of the speakers talked about earlier about the creation or the aggressiveness of what we see food trucks. So imagine something like Asian-infused Mexican dishes. In a particular community, that would really work. That's a very niche thing. That may not be something that's statewide, countrywide, region-wide. That would happen right there. However, when anyone ever asks me, Asa, why am I not getting the results that I want from the customer that I say I know about? I come back and say this: you're not intimate enough with the person you say you're serving. So for instance, what time is it right now? 4:50? All right, it is now 4:50 p.m. What is your customer doing right now? Okay, leaving out of what work? Are they leaving out of a corporate job? Are they leaving out of a work camp? Are they leaving from the unemployment line? Are they leaving from an entrepreneurial home-based business? What exactly is your customer doing right now at 4:50? And what were they doing 5 minutes ago? What will they be doing 5 minutes from now? If you are not able to really get intimate with your customer, then I'm going to say I call no-go on you being really clear about who you say you're serving. Unless you're able to do that, you're not ready for that. I need to be able to know what type of things do they watch on Netflix? What books do they read? Do they read books? What magazines do they like? When was the last time they traveled? Do they travel? When they travel, what airline do they go on? Why? Because when you understand that, you're understanding on what market to enter into. So if they don't read books, why are you trying to write a book to reach customers if your customers don't read books? Why are you trying to get an ad in that magazine if your customer doesn't like that magazine? That's what I mean. Be very intentional about the intimacy you're projecting on your potential customer. Does that make sense? All right. Any more? I have time for one more question if there is one. Is there one more question? Oh, did I serve you with that answer? Yes? Okay. She said yes. All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you so much. I've been Asa Leveaux. Dreams and blessings to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.